Welcome to the Spanish Learning Project. This lesson is going to focus on Spanish numbers, days, dates, and time. Understanding these principles can open up a world of communication for you as a Spanish learner and broaden your ability to communicate with other speakers of the language. Numbers are the foundation of daily conversation. From uno to diez, then on to veinte, cien, and beyond, they are essential in everyday conversation, shopping, or traveling. They are used in counting, telling time, expressing dates, prices, and so much more. Like our own Arabic numbers, Spanish numbers follow logical patterns, making it relatively easy to learn. There are some differences, however. For example, much like Spanish adjectives, numbers generally must agree in gender and in number with the nouns that they are modifying or referring to. You might be already thinking to yourself that you can already count to 10 in Spanish, and that's probably true. Most people generally can count to 10 in Spanish. These numbers here, 1 through 10, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, and diez, are often learned even at the youngest of ages by English speakers. However, you ask yourself, how much beyond that can I count? Well, today we're going to dive into it a little further and try to get you to be able to count to 100 by the end of this lesson. The numbers 11 through 15 are irregular. You should take extra time to memorize these numbers to help you become more proficient at counting. These numbers are 11, once, 12, doce, 13, trece, 14, catorce, and 15, quince. Take extra time, memorize them. That way you will be able to count more proficiently in the Spanish language. Are a bit more regular than the preceding 5 numbers 11 through 15. They are 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, and 19, 19. They are formed by combining the word diez, the letter Y, which means and the number from 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The construction looks like this. Diez plus Y and E and the number. In this case, for example, using the number 16, you get 16. The numbers 20 through 29 are also regular in the sense that they follow a certain pattern. Veinte being 20, followed by the numbers using 1 through 10, uno through nueve, in order to complete the number. They're written as one word and undergo a spelling change. They are as follows. Veinte, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, and 29, 29. The numbers 31 through 99 follow a different pattern than that of the preceding numbers, 1 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 19, and 20 through 29. These patterns follow the tens pattern. They use the tens for each number, for example, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, and 90, 90. They follow the tens pattern using the tens and then the 1 through 10 number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're formed by creating the tens with a space, a Y, which means and in Spanish, and the single digit number. For example, we have here 31, 30 y uno, 42, 40 y dos, 57, 57, 68, 68, 74, 74, 89, 89, and 95, 95. Anytime you're trying to count these numbers, all you really need to remember is the tens that comes before the first 9 numbers, and then add the number that corresponds from the first 9 to complete the number. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The number 100 is 100. It is used exactly in that manner when used alone. For example, 100 personas, 100 people. 100 libros, 100 books. 100 carros, 100 cars. However, when constructing numbers larger than 100, for example, 125, you add to to the end of 100, thus making it ciento. For example, 125, 125, 144, 144, 190, 190. You form these numbers by using the ciento formula plus the number from uno through 99 combined together to create the number you're looking to make. Expressing time in Spanish, like any other language, is a critical component to understanding the language. It's important to be able to talk about time in order to discuss appointments, meetings, or simply to be somewhere in a timely fashion. In Spanish, we use the verb ser in order to state time. Ser is conjugated in one of two ways depending on the context in which it's being used. We conjugate it either in the third person singular for 1 o'clock, or for any number beyond 1 o'clock, 2 through 12, we express it using a conjugated form in the third person plural, son. Es for the singular, son for the plural. Es la una, son los dos, son los tres, son los cuatro. Minutes past the hour use and. For example, son las 2:20. It's 2:20. Son las 2:25. It's 2:25. Minutes before the next hour use menos, as in it subtracts a certain amount of minutes before the next hour. For example, son las 5 menos 10. It is 4:50. In other words, it's saying that it's actually 5 o'clock minus 10 minutes, giving you 4:50. Son las 2 menos 5. It is 2 minus 5, or what it's really saying, it is 1:55. Use these constructions when forming time, and remember that for 1 o'clock, it is always the conjugated form of ser, es, and for all other numbers, it is the conjugated form son. They are. It is 1 o'clock. They are 2 o'clock and more. The Spanish week begins on Monday, lunes. Spanish days are not capitalized. The days of the week are Monday, lunes, Tuesday, martes, Wednesday, miércoles, Thursday, jueves, Friday, viernes, Saturday, sábado, and Sunday, domingo. To say something like on Monday, you would say el lunes, or on Mondays, las lunes. I want you to notice two things. In both cases, the definite article el, or las, is used, and it agrees in gender and particularly number. El lunes, the Monday, or los lunes, the Mondays. And I also want you to notice that how lunes is the same in both cases. So the definite article is what defines whether they are plural or singular, el or los. Similarly to Spanish days, Spanish months are not capitalized. The months are January, enero, February, febrero, March, marzo, April, abril, May, mayo, June, junio, July, julio, August, agosto, September, septiembre, October, octubre, November, noviembre, and December, diciembre. Writing and saying dates in Spanish follows a particular formula. It takes on the definite article el plus the numeric day plus the preposition de, which means of, plus the month, then preposition of again, de, plus the year. To look at an example everybody knows, Cinco de Mayo. El Cinco de Mayo de 2024. May 5th, 2024. Or you might say today is the 1st of January. Hoy es el primero de enero. Today is the January 1st. For the first of any month, instead of using uno, use the word primero, which is an ordinal number for the word first. El primero de abril, April 1st, or what we might know as April Fool's Day. Ordinal numbers are similar to that in both languages, ours and Spanish. Ordinal numbers are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. They put things into a certain order, hence the word ordinal. In Spanish, ordinal numbers must agree in gender and in number. La segunda semana, the second week. Las terceras casas, the third houses. Primero and tercero drop the O before a singular masculine noun. For example, el primer día, the first day. El tercer piso, the third floor. The first 10 ordinal numbers in Spanish are primero, first, segundo, second, tercero, third, cuarto, fourth, quinto, fifth, sexto, sixth, séptimo, seventh, octavo, eighth, noveno, ninth, and décimo, 10th. For now, focus on learning just these 10. There will be a future video at some point on the ordinal numbers beyond this, from say 11th through 100th. But for now, these are the only ones necessary to really start getting an idea of. So until then, practice all these numbers, practice the dates, and learn the days and months of the year. This will help boost your Spanish as you continue progressing throughout the course.